Live from Hickory, it's country-ish. Hit it, Alan.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the woods. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory. What up, bumpkins? You're about to watch and or listen to episode 62 of Country-ish, and we got a good old show for you today. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you what I mean by that. We got Bo Duke, John Schneider going to be zooming in here live in a little bit. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. Also, got another residual check. We're going to play the Screen Actors Guild residual check game in about 15 minutes. We're going to open the phone lines, and I do believe the Alan Jackson can put the phone number up right about now. Boom. Call that phone number in about 10 minutes or so. We're going to open the phone lines, and we're going to take your guesses of how much is my Screen Actors Guild residual check. Closest person wins the check. I'll send it to you in the dang mail, U.S. Postal Service. I did it last week, lost $902.30. You think I learned my lesson? How much is this one? I don't know. You call in. You'll be on the show at least. Also, we have a great small town news story. So we got lots to do. I want to let you know we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you want to help the show, the best thing you can do right now, all right, if you look down, there should be a little share button. Looks like a little arrow pointing to the right, possibly. Yes, to your right. Hit that share button. Go ahead and do it right now. I'll give you, this is my share stare. This is where you share, and I just wait for you to share it. That's the share stare. Okay, thank you for doing that. If you forgot to do it just now, do it anytime. All right, I'm not going anywhere. We got an hour and a half show at least. It's going to be great. Share. We want to see how many people we can get up in here. We're going live, and I'm checking your comments. Well, I got people who are checking your comments. I got 2 interns. That's right. There they are. Back there, you've got intern Isaiah and Elliot the intern. One of them is wearing my ginger beard mask. That's the 2nd edition, by the way. That's the one that's actual size. So that one looks even weirder on you for some reason. And then also next to him, oh, go ahead. Did you have something to say?
Just thank you.
You're welcome. And then next to him, what's your name again? Isaiah is checking.
You got it right.
He is checking comments on Facebook. The other one's checking comments on YouTube. What do you want me to ask Bo Duke? Put it in the comments section. Maybe I will read your comment. So, yeah, leave a comment, and from time to time, we'll check it out, and we'll see what you're saying. All right, lots to do today. First of all, let me remind you, I'm going to be in Naples, Florida. Not nipples. Naples, Florida. That's going to be this weekend, February 4 through 6 at Off the Hook Comedy Club. There it is. 2 shows Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Come see me at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples. Then from there, I'm going to Columbus, Ohio. Then it's Memphis, Tennessee. Then it's Fort Worth, Texas after that. All these tour dates can be found at johnreep.com. Click on the tour dates. Real quick, did you hit that share button yet? Just curious. Leave a comment. Yeah, we're lots to do today. Let me get to the man sitting across from me right here. Very tall man. He's also known as the Southeastern Man of Mystery. I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Sebastian. How are you, buddy?
Fantastic, brother. Good to be back.
Good to see you. Happy Groundhog's Day.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Is this your favorite day or what?
It's like it happens every year or every day.
Well, I will say that this Groundhog's Day, I mean, this whole year, or not past year, it's been like a Groundhog's Day, right?
Yep.
Like we're in the same day over and over and over again. And I'm hoping that this Groundhog's Day is like the end of it. Like, right? Like, what's his name? Puxatony Phil?
Yep.
Did you see this, by the way, today?
I did not see it.
Yeah.
I did not.
Well, just like everything else, when you're trying to do stuff with large crowds of people, the Puxatony Phil and the people of Puxatony normally have crowds of 10,000 people, and they had to do it virtually this year.
Are they worried about the groundhog getting the corona?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Getting COVID. You know, Puxatony Phil has been alive since 1867.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the same guy.
He's in the dangers. He's in the danger group. Then he's a high risk.
Yeah. He's very high risk, and they can't have they're all wearing masks on the stage, as you can see.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
they're Gobbler's Knob, home of Puxatony Phil, and I actually did look it up, and I was trying to find out how old is this one, and you can't find information on it because they're keeping the myth alive that it's the same one.
I think it is the same one.
I mean, look, I'm not here to question them, but that's what they're saying. I don't have proof of this.
These guys look like they're in the Illuminati here or something anyway.
Right. Isn't it just, if you didn't know anything about this, like if you're from another country, you didn't know about this, and you just saw this, like, why are they worshiping this rat?
And we wonder why aliens won't contact us. I mean, look at this.
Right. That's their God. They're all sitting around there. They got this stupid tree stump. But I thought it was interesting. I watched a little bit of this.
So what's the verdict? What happened?
Well, we're going to find out. Would you like to find out?
Yes.
The Alan Jackson. I believe we fast-forwarded to a part. So what they did was they went live today, right? And this live viewing right here got over 250,000 people.
You know why?
Watching it.
Because they shared.
They shared.
Give them the stare.
Give us stare. Give us a share. Maybe we'll get to 250,000 if everybody in here just started sharing it. But let's check this out. So they got 250,000 people, and I thought it was interesting that no one was there, and I've never really watched this before. Normally, I just it's the news. It comes on, you see the guy say it's a quick little soundbite, but this was kind of weird to me. Let's watch this, and you tell me what you think. The Alan Jackson. Let's watch some of this.
Or could it be no shadow and an early spring? Well, we're going to find out here shortly. Prior to the event today, I talked to Phil. Phil had us prepare 2 scrolls. One is a winter and one is spring.
Okay.
Shingle Shaker, do you have those scrolls?
Shingle
Can you
Shaker.
place those scrolls on the stump? And I would ask if we have his royal carpet.
They got a red carpet
You could get
for the
those
Shingle
scrolls out.
Shaker. Oh, this is great. He opens up the Shingle Shaker.
And one is winter and one is spring.
Oh.
Don't know which
What
one
I'm going
Phil's
to
gonna
do
choose
now
yet,
is we're
but
going
they
to
have
get
them both
Phil up.
prepared.
And how do we get Phil up? Usually there's 30, 40,000 people who are yelling, Phil, Phil, Phil. We're going to ask you at home in front of your TV or live streaming to join us and get Phil up. Right now. Phil.
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 Everybody
Phil. I think we're ready.
That's a fake
Are you
crowd
ready
noise
at
that
home?
popped in like the NFL.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Now look at this. Now,
AJ, are you ready?
Poor mole, and they're banging on his door. What is this?
So
Why is this? Gobbler's Knob. Come on, Phil. Now, he has trouble with the door. He's going to come to the bottom there. Yeah. We got to fix that hinge.
Well, it's 257-year-old hinge.
I mean, if I was how old would Phil be if he was around 1867? I'd be grumpy. Yeah. Someone's banging on my door. Okay, here we go.
Well,
this is where it gets good.
Phil's dead.
He's asleep. So they pull out Phil, and they do the traditional. They got to get the weeds off of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seer of seers, the great awesome weather forecasting, Punxsutawney Phil.
What, maybe Lion King? What is this?
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, look, there's it's like, we're going to do a magic trick?
A handful of beaver? Where's the chipmunk? What is it?
Gentlemen, let's find out what Phil has to say.
Groundhog, right?
Come round.
Groundhog. That's a groundhog. Yeah. Groundhog Day.
Now listen to this part. He starts talking to it.
Hi. What do you think? Wait a minute. This one? Is it this one?
Okay, he's talking to
Okay.
the groundhog. Oh, Phil looks right at him. Oh, he telepathically.
Beautiful today.
He said he looked beautiful today. Feels like I'm not into that,
I
dude.
think we have a prediction. Shingle shaker.
What shall
Can
it
you
be?
read the prognostication?
This is great. I mean, I've never been to Gobbler's Knob, but I would love to.
Hear
go.
ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Oh.
Now, this second day of February, 2021, the 135th annual trek of Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, the prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened
I only know
from
that
his
from the
burrow
movie
at
Groundhog Day.
7:25 a.m. by his handler and friend on this
forgot his
quiet
name.
morning where few can attend.
Ooh,
In
right.
Groundhog He's, Phil directed the
should've
president
wore top
and the
hats
inner
today.
circle
We
to
should
his
have.
prediction
got
scroll
one at
that
home.
reads, "It's a beautiful morning, this I can see,
Okay, let's get to it.
with all my fans viewing virtually. My faithful
he updated
followers
it.
being safe and secure. Our tradition of Groundhog Day must endure.
Right.
We have all passed through the darkness of night, but now see hope in morning's bright light.
Dramatic
Just
reading.
so
Now-
powerful.
When I turn to see,
Uh-oh.
there's a perfect shadow cast of me.
There is a
6
shadow.
more weeks of winter there will be.
Oh, 6 more weeks of winter. Well, we don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's a 50-50 shot. You can pause it, Alan. It's a 50-50 shot, like you were saying before
Yeah.
the show. I mean, it's not like he's going to say fall.
Yeah.
You know, he has to say spring or winter.
You can't jump
I
to.
don't think you can jump seasons.
Summer.
But it's 2021. Anything's possible.
Yep.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is Happy Groundhog Day.
Well, thank you, sir.
And happy Groundhog Day to everyone who's watching us live right now. Now's a good time to hit that share button and leave us a comment. Real quick, I want to get to this too. Sad news.
Oh.
Sad news. Dustin Diamond, Screech, passed away.
I saw this.
Yeah, age 44. He battled cancer. And, yeah, you know him from Saved by the Bell. And, you know, like the guy had a tough life. It's really sad because, like, he was the nerd on Saved by the Bell, right? Got picked on there.
Yep.
You know, and then, like, his dad stole his money, right? And then, like, his career's not doing well, so he tries to get into reality shows, and he starts doing stand-up, and then he does, like, a weird porn tape, you know? So, not a good life for Dustin, but, you know, hopefully he's in a better place now. Sorry you've passed away. It wasn't Saved by this Bell to this time. He had to go.
Yep.
Yeah. So, did you ever watch Saved by the Bell?
I did.
Yeah?
I liked him.
He's
Actually.
great. He's a good guy. He's funny.
He's a great character.
Yeah, it was a great character.
I liked him a lot better. What's his name?
Mario
Lopez.
Lopez. Yeah, he's too good looking.
Ah.
Hey, scroll up a little bit, Alan. Let me see this here. Yeah, it says he died Monday morning after a battle with cancer. He was 44 years old. I do believe they said it was the cancer diagnosis came like 3 weeks ago or something.
Wow.
Like it came quick.
Yeah.
As soon as he found out, they tried to do a little chemo, and then it was like he didn't suffer. He just had 3 weeks, and he was gone, man. So get checked. Carcinoma. I think that's what it says. Carcinoma. What do you know about carcinoma? I don't know where that cancer is. Elliot, Isaiah,
is that
anybody
like
know
in
where
the lymph
carcinoma?
nodes?
Go ahead.
He had lung cancer.
Lung cancer. Okay. So I don't know if he was a big smoker, but yeah. Either way, R.I.P. Screech, Dustin Diamond. But But yeah, man,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here with you. Happy I'm
Okay.
alive.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't seen you. Where you been? Ain't you been to Omaha?
I was in Omaha.
Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska. And if anybody in here watching me was in Omaha, thank you for coming out. Sold out 3 of 4 shows. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
So very, I'm calling them sellouts, even though they removed half the tables for social distancing.
That's all you can get.
Physically, you weren't allowed to get in. So
Yep.
that is technically a sellout.
Sellout.
And I am going to take that. So I sold out 3 shows out of 4. But I almost didn't make it, dude.
Really?
Yeah. So you've seen trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yep.
I had one of those moments. And I'll just make this real quick because I know, Alan, we put the phone number up there. Are there people on hold? Okay.
Yes, sir, they are.
All right. Good. Good on you. Here in a second, we're going to get to this check. I'm going to tell this story real quick. I'll make it fast. Flying out of Charlotte to Omaha. Easy flight, right? 1 plane. There, no layovers. Got to the Charlotte Douglas Airport early. Checked in. Got settled in. I'm in the Admirals Club. I love it. And membership has its rewards.
Yes, it does.
I'm a million miler. I've earned this privilege. And so I'm in there. I get all comfortable. I open the laptop. I'm like, oh, let me just get some work done on the laptop. And I see flights delayed. They delay it 4 times in a row. And now I'm thinking, I'm not even going to make the show. I had a show Thursday night, the night I was flying out. I'm like, now I can't even make the show. So now this Thursday show canceled because my flight was delayed. And then they said, oh, no, it's the whole flight's canceled, not just delayed. The flight's canceled. I'm like, what's going on? Apparently, Alan, did we pull up this? Did I ever send you that?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. PSA Airlines, right? That is the airlines that American Airline uses for regional stuff.
Uh-huh.
Not the big planes. It's
Yeah.
a smaller plane. They grounded like 125 flights. And so I couldn't even fly out that day. They had to rebook me on a different plane, a bigger plane that went to Dallas first, Dallas to Omaha. So I had to lay over the next day. I had to stay in Charlotte an extra night without my luggage. And I'm like, well, I didn't want to drive all the way back to Hickory and come back at 7 a.m. So I'm like, I'll take the free hotel. And then I'm like, I got no luggage. I got no toiletries. I got no other clothes. I just got my computer bag. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the most of this. And I went to a store and I got like a rotisserie chicken. And I got sleeping pills and acid reflux pills and a Gatorade. And I'm
Man,
like,
you are a
I'm going to find something on Netflix to
celebrity life right
binge
here.
out and pass out. Have you ever imagine me in nothing but my underwear
Let's don't imagine.
eating a whole baked rotisserie
This has
chicken?
took me too far. But I have been there before in my underwear eating that. If it's $4.50 at the Sam's Club or the Walmart,
Yeah.
you just run right in and grab it and
Right.
get it out. Just
Well,
rip
it's quick, it's easy, and I didn't want to mess up my clothes because I had to wear the clothes the next day.
So
And
you
that's
took your
messy
clothes
eating.
off?
I got that's why
You
I
had-
got naked. I got naked and ate a chicken.
naked with a chicken. This new segment on Country's podcast.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you want to help out the podcast, don't forget, you can always leave us an iTunes review and give us a nice rating. And if you do that, we will read your review on the show. And we're going to get to those later. We got 2 new reviews. We're going to read them in a minute. But I think it's time to play the game.
Ooh, yes.
As you can see, I've got a Screen Actors Guild residual check sitting right here. Look at it. I don't know what it is. I'm going to open this check. I'm going to tell you what it's for, how it's airing. You guys in-house are going to guess the amount, okay? You at home is going to read my poker face as they're doing the guesses. We're going to pick a winner in-house. They're not going to win the check. Someone at home is going to win the check, but you're going to get an opportunity to read my face on their guesses before we take your guess. Does that make any sense? Let's just get right to it. It's a game that we like to call How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check?
Man, I hope it's $900 like last week.
Finally, I ripped this thing.
You ripped it off.
Alrighty here. That's just the description, so we're good. Okay.
Can you read it?
Well, wait a second. You might have real glasses.
I have real
Unlike
glasses.
Stamos with his
Yes.
fake. Oh, yeah, yours
Yeah,
are real.
yeah.
Well, this does help, though. All right.
Wilford Brimley is back.
All right. This is for Jane the Virgin.
Oh, my favorite.
Now, you've guessed this one
Yes.
before. You've guessed this one before. This is for internet rental, video, DVD, and pay television. One check. Sebastian, how much is this grant school tag?
$124.
What? How much?
$24.
Okay. All right.
$24.97.
$24.97. Pessimistic. That's all I'm going to say. Alan's writing them down, so we're keeping score. Let's go to one of my interns over here. How about Isaiah? Intern Isaiah. How much is
$41.50.
Ooh, dollars. 41. That's pretty good.
Okay. Interesting. Elliot. How's this?
First of all, I don't see why we should bother since we don't stand a chance of winning it. But I'll say
Oh, let's go to the phone call.
$41.87.
Oh.
Wow. I hope you're watching this at home. I hope you're paying attention. There are, out of the 3 guesses, there are 2 very good guesses. So keep that in your brain. Now, we're not going to reveal the winner in here till later. Is this correct, D. Allen Jackson?
Correct.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and go to the phones, and let's see what the people at home think. All right? So, hi, you are on the show with me, Jon Reep. Who am I talking to?
Paul.
Paul! From where you calling from?
I'm calling from Hooper, Nebraska. Just saw you last weekend.
Dude, what's
Nebraska.
up, Paul? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yes.
Third time seeing you, so awesome. Always good.
Third time seeing me in Omaha, my man Paul right here. Paul, tell everybody real quick how great I am.
Nothing short of amazing.
Ooh.
Sometimes you even make up words, which I love.
Uh-huh. I like to make up words. Yes. Well, thank you, Paul, for coming out. And I'm rooting for you, man. Did you watch my poker face? Do you have a good guess?
I think I have a decent guess.
Okay, Paul. How much is that?
$43.84.
$43.84. That's a good guess.
That's right.
It's a good
That's
guess,
right.
Paul, from Omaha. No, he's not from Omaha. He's from Nebraska. You said Hooper, Omaha? Hooper, Nebraska?
Hooper, Nebraska. I'm about 40 minutes away from Omaha.
Gotcha. All right. So, all right, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold, and if you're the closest, we're going to come back. All right. The Allen Jackson. Let's move on to the next phone call. I want to see if this person will get it right. You're on the show with Jon Reep. Who am I talking to?
This is Bob Haynes.
Bob Haynes. Where you calling from, buddy?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're live?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. You're live in Mount Perry, Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, Mount Perry, OH.
IO.
There it is. There's like a delay.
Yeah.
Their Wi-Fi's not that good in Mount Perry, Ohio.
Yeah.
Well-
yeah. I've been hearing that from my brother. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you. Thanks for calling in. What do you think, buddy? What's your guess?
Well, good question.
Yeah. Let's think about it, though.
Been,
Did you watch the beginning of the guesses with the interns and my co-host?
yes.
All right. Did you see?
And I'm going to clock in at $45.
Ooh, I think he tried to do an Isaiah impression at the end. I think he went $45.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I forgot his name. Bob?
From Ohio.
Bob from Ohio. Thank you, Bob. We're going to
Yeah.
put you on hold, and if you're the closest, you'll be back on the horn. Let's go to the next phone call. The Alan Jackson. I'm not even sure how many people we have in the bullpen, but I'm eager. And I want to see what the next person's going to guess. You were on the show. Who am I talking to?
This is Joel Fry from Naples, Florida.
Ooh.
Joel Fry, my brother from another mother. High fives and hell yes to you, Joel Fry. I will be seeing this
You
guy.
know it, buddy.
I will be seeing him in Naples, Florida. I'm pretty dang sure of it, right?
Oh, you're darn tootin'.
That's how we say it in Florida.
My truck will be sold out.
So Joel has come see me many times at Comedy Off Broadway. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter. And, he looks kind of like me. So one time at a show, I gave him my little JR hat, right? And he's just hanging out. I just started telling people, like, well, that's my brother right there. I was telling the porn tape story about me and my brother found the tape and all that stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, that's Jason right here. And he would just go with it. And people started talking to him. They're like, oh, wow, what's it like to have John as a brother, all this stuff. It was so funny. And so ever since then, I've always called Joel my brother, you know. So are you ready to play that role again, Joel?
Absolutely, sir.
All right, buddy. Okay, Joel, why don't you give me a guess? How much? As guys.
All right. I've been thinking about this for at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with $41.88.
Did everybody at home see my face? That is a very good guess. All right, Joel.
Thank you, sir.
You hang tight. There's a good chance you're going to be back on this phone call. All right, the Alan Jackson. Let's go to the next phone call. And let me know when you get a chance. How many people do you think we have? Is there a lot?
Let's do this one and two more.
This one and two more. All right. You are next to last. You're on the show right now. Who am I talking to?
Tina Metz from Hickory, North
Oh,
Carolina.
my goodness. This is someone who's never called in before. This is...
Never, ever.
I love you, Mama.
Oh, my God.
Ah.
You didn't have to get that close to the microphone. I love you, Mama. I love you, too.
Of course he does.
Well, why wouldn't he? Is a great mother. Drives him to the podcast. Comes out to the garage
His
sale.
stepdad actually drove him today. He's supported by Manny.
He's supported by
Many people.
many people. Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes, of course. Well, Tina, now I'm rooting for you. Because if it weren't for you, there would be no Isaiah. So what's your guess? Did you see how excited I was when Joel Fry guessed?
Yes, Isaiah's stepdad and myself want to do a dual guess of $41.99.
So they went higher than Joel.
Higher than Joel.
$41.99. Very interesting guess. If you're correct, you're only going to get $20.50 some cents, possibly, if
'Cause
you're
it's a
in that
double,
ballpark. You got to split the check.
You have to split the check.
All right, Tina, Isaiah's mom, thanks for calling in. Put her on hold, Alan. Let's go to the next to last call. I can't wait to see who this is because we put the phone number up mid-show. You're on the show right now with Jon Reep. Who am I talking to?
This is Brent Holiday from Washington Courthouse, Ohio.
Oh, Brent Holiday from Washington Courthouse. I do believe he's called in before. Good to have you back on the phone, buddy. How is Washington Courthouse today?
It is freezing.
Yeah? Get a little snow up there?
Is he calling from jail? Was that the courthouse?
Oh, yeah.
He's calling from the courthouse.
We got about 6 inches.
That's what she said. No, wait a second. Are you calling from jail?
At the courthouse.
No.
Okay, because every time he's calling from the courthouse, it makes
this extra charges
this
on a
guy-
bill.
He's down 25 cents. I hope he gets it right. Okay. All right, Washington Courthouse, OHIO. Why don't you make a guess? How much, guys?
I'm going to say $41.66.
Ooh.
$41.66. That's a good guess. Oh, that's such a good guess. Look at this. I can't even move my lips. It's so good. My teeth are stuck together. It's a good guess. All right, shake it off. We got one more caller, man. No one's got it exactly right, but everyone's danced around it. Maybe this last caller will get it exactly right. You're on the phone with Jon Reep. Who am I talking to? Samantha Dawn Kingston. We have to do like a Roseanne Henshaw for her. You know how we do Roseanne? We need something for Samantha.
Yep.
How you doing, my dear?
Doing good.
Good to hear. Anything new in your world?
Sick of the snow. I wish y'all would have got it.
We didn't get any dang snow. Everybody else got it but us. You know, I would like to see some snow. Although I did see some in Omaha when I was up there. But I won't see any in Naples when me and Joel Fry are hanging out. There will be no snow, but he might have this. I might have to hand deliver this to him.
Ooh.
If Joel Fry is the closest, which we don't know yet because Samantha Dawn Kingston is yet to guess.
She's going to guess it.
Samantha Dawn Kingston.
$40.51.
$40.51. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Lock her in and put them all on hold, the Alan Jackson. Now, what's the best way of doing this? Should we pick the in-house winner first? Closest person in-house, you can go ahead and tell us who that was. Oh, you don't know the amount of the check.
I have no idea. I have not seen the
Well, then I can't. I'm just going to reveal it then. Wait a second. One of the interns come in here. And then Amar.
Yes.
Well, see, I didn't want Isaiah to look at it because he was part of the guessing squad. But that's okay. Isaiah, take this check. Give it to Alan and don't look at it. I'm trusting you not to look at it. Your mama's watching this. All right? She's given me full authority to discipline you, too. I don't know if you know about this, but I've talked to your mama and your daddy, and they said I could paddle you if I want to. We're bringing capital punishment back. Yeah! The Alan Jackson. He's looking at the check. Amar's looking at the check. Someone in that room got very, 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 very close. It's the closest anyone's ever gotten. And do you want to reveal the winner in-house first and then do the winner at home, or do you want to do both at the same time?
Yeah, I think let's get the winner in-house first.
All right.
Yeah.
I know the winner in-house.
Yeah, you can go ahead and announce that.
The winner in the house was Isaiah with a guess of
$41.50.
$41.50. Now, I will say, of all the games that we've played of this, he's the closest guess of all time. Because he's only a penny off. So, wow.
Wow.
I mean, Elliot, are you not a little jealous? Because you're the one who knows this stuff.
No, I'm a lot jealous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was your guess?
I think 41.87, I believe.
Oh, so you were very close.
Yeah.
He got you, though. Okay, the Alan Jackson. Who's the closest person on the phone to winning the check? And congratulations, Isaiah. I'm sorry I can't give you the check because you work for us. Well, you're an intern. You don't get paid anything, and you're not getting this check either. We play this game so that someone at home can win the check. And I will send the check. I will sign the check over to you. I'll put my name on it, and I'll get your address, and I will send it in the mail. What you do with it after that is up to you. Some people like to keep them as prizes, but I do imagine that guy Mitchell
He cashed.
and Albemarle is going to be cashing his, if he can. You know, it's a $900 and some check. So good luck,
That he stole from you.
Mitchell. He won it fair and square. All right, the Alan Jackson.
We have a winner.
All right. Talk to me, Goose.
So the winner on the phone line with the closest guest was Glenn from Ohio, Washington Court, Ohio.
From the jailhouse.
Oh.
Bring him back on the phone for you.
All right.
He is there.
Okay, wait, what was his name again?
Glenn.
Glenn?
Yeah.
He's in the jailhouse now. Congratulations, Glenn. You got your bail money.
It's close. My name's actually Brent, but close.
Oh, Brent. Who's Glenn? Is that the bailiff?
You're just making up names.
Tell the bailiff to shut
It
up.
could
I'm
be.
talking to you right now. Brent. Okay, let me get this right. Brett or Brent?
Brent, B-R-E-N-T.
All right, Brent. Let me say it 3 times. Brent. You just won $41 and was it 49 cents?
40,
You're just going to give it to him?
51.
Okay, good. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Whoopsie daisy. Hey, look. We switch it up a lot, man. You're going to get the check. You won. Now, normally I would make you guess. I'd make you dance around it, but I feel like, we've been going on for a little while, and it's not a lot of monies, but what are you going to do with all that cash, Brent?
Cigarettes at the court.
Honestly, I'll probably just hold on to it just as a little trophy case.
All right. Well, I want you to do me a favor. I want you when you get the check, I want you to either take a picture or a video of you getting the check, and then upload it to our Facebook fan page, Country-ish Podcast fan page on Facebook, and to let people know that I actually am sending these out there. Okay, Brent?
Sounds good. And if I get it in time, I'm actually going to be seeing you here in a couple weeks when you come to Columbus. So.
Yeah. How far is Columbus from the courthouse?
About 35 minutes. Not too far.
Road trip. I just gave you a tank of gas right there with that check.
Weekend pass.
Yeah, yes, you did.
So you come to Columbus, Ohio, February 12, 13, or 14 to the Funny Bone, and we'll take a picture of that check together if it gets there in time. What you need to do, though, is go to countryish.com, go to the contact section, and send us an email saying it's you and how much the check was for and all that stuff with your address, and so I can send it to you ASAP. Okay, Glenn Brent. Okay? Say okay.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy, let's move on, and that is how you play How Much Unscratched. All right. Good times. That was fun, huh?
Yeah.
I feel way better about this one.
I bet you do.
Man, I couldn't believe how close Isaiah got. Very close. Hey, did you guys hit share? Did you ever do that? I don't remember. Did you hit share? Go ahead and hit share right now. Why don't you? Because, here, let's do this. Why don't we read an iTunes review and maybe some of your comments, and we're going to take a break. During the break, hit the share button. All right. Let's go to the guy who won the game in the room is still not going to get any money. Why don't you read us a new iTunes review or two?
Okay. This one is from Penscape Workerman, and he gave us 5 stars, and he said another 5-star review. A great podcast to get me through my day. It makes being a landscaper easier. That's what.
No, that's
we
just
like listening to you.
He's
read.
got like a hair lip sometimes. It makes being a landscaper. It's okay. Now go ahead, continue. I'm just enjoying your sweet Virginia accent.
It makes being a landscaper a little easier when it's cold outside. I too am from Hickory, living in Gastonia. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great content. Proud to be a bumpkin.
Awesome. Good job, and thank you, Penscape Workerman. Oh, man.
Man, that's loud tonight.
Thing's ready to roll. All right, well, let's save the next one for another break. Any interesting comments right now? Either Elliot or Isaiah, if you have any interesting comments that has popped up on the page, now would be a good... Yes.
Shane Flint
Hey, Shane.
said, John, don't you feel bad that young Isaiah isn't getting rewarded for the sacrifices he has made for this fabulous podcast?
You know what? Here, let me tell you the many, many ways Isaiah is being rewarded.
Should be getting girls with that.
Well, listen. You're on the number 2 podcast according to the World Podcasting Federation. And if that don't get you a little attention from the ladies, I don't know how else I can help you.
All right.
That's number 1. Number 2, life lessons that will go on, and you can learn from this experience and grow as a human being and take that, and you will succeed in life. That's invaluable. That's way more than $41.49.
And the fact that we put you in yoga pants before female yoga pants. I mean, who else is doing that for you at your age?
And by the way, those beans was delicious, in case anybody was wondering.
Those beans were delicious. Okay, that's another lesson I'm teaching him.
He should be paying, really should be paying you. This is like a college education. They pay to go to college.
I think you're right.
Student loan, I feel it happening.
I'm not going to bill you this episode, okay? Maybe next episode I'm going to start sending you a bill, okay? We got lots to do. John Schneider, Bo Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard, is going to be zooming in. And then a great story in Small Town News. You're going to want to stick around for that. Don't forget to hit the share button. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more country-ish after that. Hey everybody, Jon Reep here. Just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. We love it when you do that. Also, I want you to go cruising with me. That's right, not in a car, in a ship. That's right. It's the Reeps Peeps Comedy Cruise. Check it out. If you go to johnreep.com, click on the Reeps Peeps Cruise. All the information you need is right there. It's in 2021. You got plenty of time. November the 6th through the 11th. We're going to a private beach in Haiti. We're going to Nassau. I'm doing stand-up. We're doing a podcast, and we're doing karaoke. 5 nights. It's going to be a blast. Get on the boat with me, Jon Reep, and the Reeps Peeps Cruise. If you love this podcast and you love wearing shirts, well, we got something for you. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, it'll take you to my store, and we have an awesome t-shirt for you. It's a Country-ish Podcast t-shirt. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, it's got the website on there. It's a soft tee, very soft, feels good on your skin, and it helps us keep the lights on here at the studio. So check out countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, get yourself a t-shirt, and know that I love you. Thank you for sticking in there. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share, and all that jazz. Moving on, we got a lot of show to do. John Schneider, Small Town News. But first, I need to get something off of my chest, and I want, Alan, if you don't mind, I'd like to look right down the barrel of the camera for a second, and then once I say what I got to say, maybe you go to Sean, because also, in a weird way, I'm apologizing to the country-ish viewers at home. I've been doing something on Mondays that I don't know if Sean knows about, and I'm just going to tell you right now, man. I've been doing another podcast.
Don't answer. I ask you to do things you don't answer.
I'm busy.
So you think I don't know?
You know?
Oh, I know. I know.
You've known about
Oh, yeah,
this?
I hired a private investigator. Yeah.
You hired a private
yeah.
to follow me?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, then you already know. Then I don't have to tell you anything about it.
Well, I know all about it. And here's what's going to happen.
What?
I booked us for something. So now I got something to admit to you.
Oh, my God. What?
Couples therapy.
We're doing couples therapy?
Yes. Obviously, we need couples therapy.
Whoa. When?
On a Monday night, obviously. Oh, you're busy. Oh. I guess you're not busy any longer, are you?
Why don't we think of another night?
Not another night. It's the only night I have available, and it's the only night the doctor has available.
To be continued. I want to show everybody at home what it is I'm talking about. I do another podcast with a comedian named John Heffron. He's a funny dude. He also won Last Comic Standing. He's from Michigan. He's a good friend of mine, and we get together and we chat about all kinds of random things. And in this one, we talked about sleep studies and maybe that we would make it a horror film.
Sleeping.
Let's just watch this. Just watch this. It's fine. Gosh.
When I would go to my grandparents' house, but also I was a kid, my grandma would always watch her pictures. She called movies pictures.
Yeah, the picture show.
Pictures, like that's a good picture with so-and-so. And then the TV shows were programs.
Yes.
So, she would watch, Meet Me in St. Louis. Or there's so many movies that I think, but the pace of them, some of those movies were just so slow.
Yeah.
Black and white, and the guy talked like this, right? So
yeah, why do people talk like that in old movies?
Listen,
is that how they talk back then, or is that just bad acting?
I'm gonna come back here one more time, right? And
Hey?
you have money, or you get one of these, right? You get one of these, huh? But those would always put me down. I just fall asleep. So here's what I'm gonna do this tonight. We get public domain movies. There's a bunch from the 30s, and it's people like, listen, I loved you. I loved you when I first met you, right? You should know, man. Well, listen, I don't want
But you lied to me over and over again. I don't know if I can ever trust another man.
Listen, right? I didn't lie to you. I did what I had to, right? Just so we can have one more thing, right? So we get one of those old movies, and then we put like a dream type music underneath it. And then that's what you fall asleep to is some old ass movie with just the dialogue or an old baseball game. Dude, so our sleep study slasher film.
Go ahead.
I think that's a thing.
It's just called the Sleep Study.
It's a sleep study, but we could crowdfund.
No, it's the name of this Sleep Study.
And it goes
the Sleep Study.
And then you see the wife go, well, hey, Ralph, I hope you finally get rid of that snoring because that snoring is killing me. And then
the Sleep Study. No time to cram for this exam.
Yeah, it's and they go and it's all these families like saying goodbye. Wow, this is the best sleep I'm gonna get with you not in here, huh? And then the guy's looking out of his window and just seeing everybody come in. And then they're super friendly, like just super hot blonde girl, like in a like a lab coat, checks you in, and she's kind of really flirty. And then the guy, they hook him up, and you're there, and you're like, you guys aren't gonna want ha ha ha.
I can't afford that. Mondays? Oh, yeah. Hey, we're back. Check out Heffron and Reep. Go to heffronandreep.com. They got old episodes. You can rate, review, subscribe, and share on that as well. John Heffron would like it. And real quick, before we introduce our next guest, let me know when he pipes in, Alan, because I don't want to leave this man on hold. He's a very important man, very historic man, and we cannot leave him on hold. So as soon as he pipes in, Isaiah, though, do we have any comments that are interesting?
Yeah, I decided to pick this one since today is Groundhog's Day.
Stop. You're telling me there's more than one groundhog?
Oh, I did say groundhogs.
You did. Well, maybe you know something I don't know. I know that there's Puxatony Phil. Are you telling me that there's another groundhog
in the tree?
No, there's only one Groundhog Day.
Okay. See, this right here, the lesson I just gave him is priceless.
Yep, you should charge him.
Yeah.
But I'm still mad at you over election.
Shut up and read the comment.
Did you tell me to shut up?
Read the comment.
Listen, you ginger.
Alan, let me know anytime John Schneider is ready, and I will let this guy know. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Somebody said that they have groundhog in
whoa, what, right now? Okay, wait, we got to go. Sorry, Isaiah, we'll get to that in a second. I don't want to leave this man on hold. You know him as Bo Duke from Dukes of Hazzard. You might know him as Superman's dad on Smallville. Maybe Jim Cryer on Tyler Perry's The Haves and Haves Nots. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, John Schneider! And joining me right now, as I live and breathe, the very famous, very handsome John Schneider. I got a lot of things to tell you and ask you. I've been a fan for a long time. Of course, Dukes of Hazzard. You've got a new album called Truck On, which
Truck On, Truck On, Truck On. Thank you.
That's music from the movie Stand On It, right?
Yes, it is. It's music from the movie Stand On It, and I'm so proud of it. It's great. Cody McCarver and the Stars and Bars band did an amazing job, and Keith Burns wrote several of the songs. I wrote a couple with him. I wrote one or two with Cody, and of course there are some on there that are just they're just wonderful.
Yeah.
Andrew Pope wrote one we've got on there called Hall in Hell and Bayou Bound.
Oh, that sounds
it's
great.
Just so great. I'm so proud of this record.
This was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I'm 48 years old, so this came out in 1981. It was Dream House with Mary Lou Henner.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, that was with Mary Lou Henner and Michael Gross.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman that produced that movie, when folks hear the story about me taking a six-pack of beer and auditioning for Dukes and telling him I was 24 from the South and I was really 18 from Mount Kisco, New York.
Right.
That's all true. And I tell the people that there were two producers in the room. One of them, when I walked in, said, "Over my dead body, will this guy even get a call back?"
Wow.
But the other one, as soon as I walked in with the beer, he said, "That's Bo Duke." And that man's name was Phil Mandelker. He's no longer with us. But he had in his back pocket, he had a script called Dream House.
Mm-hmm.
And when he found me for Dukes of Hazzard, he also had in the back of his mind, the first movie this young man is going to do, he's going to do it with me, and it's going to be Dream House.
Oh, okay.
And I tell you, that movie, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, but in the real world, that movie can't have been on more than 50 times in 40 years.
Wow.
And yet, that little movie, hey, what was that movie where we built a house in New York City?
Yeah.
That little movie is brought up to me almost as often as Dukes of Hazzard.
No kidding. Oh,
Yeah.
That makes me so happy because I remember watching that thinking like, that is amazing that this guy, he fell in love with this girl from New York. He's from Georgia. It's like, ebony and ivory almost. And then he's like, I'm going to build us a house between these two giant skyscrapers.
Yep.
And
Yep.
defy. Yeah, it was great. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very proud of that movie. It was fantastic.
Tell us about Stand On It. I know that was a little bit inspired by Smokey and the Bandit. What brought this on?
Oh, a lot inspired by Smokey and the Bandit. Well, along the lines of before I brought the beer to the Dukes of Hazzard audition, 2 years prior to that, when I was 16, I heard about that Burt Reynolds was in town in Atlanta filming a movie at the fairgrounds called Smokey and the Bandit. So I skipped school and I went to the set and climbed a fence and found some guy with a walkie-talkie, tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, man, I'm sorry I'm late, but traffic on I-85 is a bear. Where's hair and makeup?"
Wow. What
and
a
the guy
good
was like,
move.
And this was 1976.
Wow.
So I wound up in hair and makeup. I had a delicious breakfast sandwich and spent the day talking with Jackie Gleason.
Okay.
Who had spent a bunch of time, he's a New Yorker and had spent a bunch of time in my neck of the woods in New York. So I mentioned a couple of bars that I knew he would know.
Oh, wow.
Because he never missed a bar. and we hit it off. And I wound up in the movie just for a moment. Well, while they're rolling the end credits, I'm the guy that just got hit in the shin with a tire from Jackie's car, wearing a black cowboy hat. That's me. Freeze frame,
yes,
forever. And that's why we did the last shot we did in Stand On It. We end Stand On It exactly like they ended Smokey and the Bandit, except
Wow.
I'm in the car, not on the side, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Imagine what a dream come true it is for me to be the guy driving away. We used a 59 Thunderbird convertible, not a 76 Cadillac.
Right.
So I'm the guy driving away with the girl and the dog and my buddy, while Tyrus from Fox is chasing me down in a topless
Yes,
Crown Vic.
What a great
So
choice.
it's it's a dream come true. So because of Dukes and because of just being around so long, Hal Needham, who wrote and directed Smokey and the Bandit, and Burt Reynolds, who obviously was the Bandit, became very good friends of mine throughout the years after Dukes was done and all of that. And we talked on many occasions about why in the world has Hollywood dropped the Southern horsepower comedy ball?
Yes.
How come nobody does that?
Yeah.
Because Smokey and the Bandit made like $360 million before DVDs, before VHS.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I would love for that to come back, especially since I did a bunch of
Well,
Dodge.
it's back.
I mean, like back. Like, yes. So thank you. Is what I'm saying.
Hollywood's not going to do it. Hollywood won't do it. They don't get it. They don't understand it.
Yeah.
They honestly think more people live in a high rise than live at the end of a dirt road.
I think.
And they want to believe that. They want to believe that most people make reservations for dinner and that nobody cooks anymore.
Right.
And they are dead wrong.
Yeah.
So they're never going to make those kind of movies anymore, because they don't respect
they don't get
the
it.
source material. They don't get it.
Right.
But even if they did, they don't respect it. When Dukes of Hazzard was the #1 and sometimes #1 and #2 show on CBS in a 3-network world, they still didn't talk about being a part of the Dukes of Hazzard at the cocktail parties at CBS.
Right.
They didn't get it then, and they most certainly don't get it now.
Yeah.
So we do.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Bert and Hal and I talked about was one of these days, John, you've got to be the one, because you're the only one who gets it. You've got to be the cool dude behind the wheel of the fast car making the sheriff look silly.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it works.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for doing it.
You're so welcome.
I hope you do more.
I'm writing a Poker Run right now.
Oh,
We're
good.
Doing another one. We're going to start filming it just a little bit before Bo's Extravaganza, which is the second weekend in April.
Okay.
And we'll be doing Poker Run during Bo's Extravaganza. And the reason I'm bringing that up, I just this morning we started having people, because my promise was, hey, if you're at Bo's Extravaganza 2020, and we had about 4,000 people even in the pandemic.
Wow.
Then come on out. If you want to be in the movie, you can be in the movie.
Okay.
So people have been watching the movie over and over and over again. And just today, people started putting up on their Facebook with a freeze frame, like I did with Smokey and the Bandit, saying, look, here I am. I'm in Stand On It. I never thought I'd be in a movie. Here I am standing by the car. Here I am standing under the Yeehaw sign.
Yeah.
So it's so great. I'm having such a wonderful time with this film. And if you want to be in the next one, come on out.
Yeah.
We'll find a place. You'll be in a crowd, but what the heck? I was in a crowd.
I also noticed you have a new CBD called CBOD oil. Is this true?
Well, of course.
I love this.
It's great. It's apple pie moonshine too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I mean, there's no, like, when you say moonshine, there's no way to get alcohol in that thing. This is just straight up CBD oil, right?
It's just straight up CBD oil. But of course, if you use half of it, you can fill the rest of it with anything you want.
Sure. That's true. Why not?
No, I wouldn't mess with it. The CBD oil is amazing stuff. And my wife and I discovered it it turned out to be a good way, because she's totally clear now. She has a completely clear PET scan, but almost 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
Oh, boy.
And she's writing a book now called Oh, Hell No.
Okay, I like that.
Which is great, because that's what she went through, what she called her "my house is on fire" stage. Mm-hmm. And then she decided, nope, I'm going to be my own biggest advocate, and I am going to turn this around and get rid of it. And she did.
Wow.
And one of the things that I believe was very instrumental in that process was the introduction of CBD oil in her system.
Okay.
So it worked so well. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about, except I watched someone change completely. So my perception of what CBD oil does is it helps to regulate your system. It's an ancient, this is not a new thing, folks. People didn't just come up with this. In fact, there was hemp rope in biblical times. So chances are in the Bible, when they talk about anointing people's feet with oil, it's either olive oil or hemp oil.
Yeah. There you go.
So deal with it.
Yes,
deal
it's
with
totally
it.
fine.
Okay?
It's of the earth. There's nothing wrong with it.
It is of the earth. So I think what it does is it regulates your system and makes it ready for other things and actually helps them, like medication. She did do medication, both the medication that the doctors gave her and also some adjunct therapy. I think it made her body more prepared to use the medication she was using properly.
Okay.
That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
So we got in touch with some people where she got her CBD oil, and we said, we love this stuff. We want to help. And they said, well, why don't let's talk about doing a CBO or doing your own CBD oil. And of course, Alicia said, let's call it CBOD.
That's awesome.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, why not?
So it's great. We also have a bomb, and I'm going to put this on a t-shirt. The bomb is the bomb. It's
the bomb.
So,
okay, bomb.
So
yeah,
good.
Yeah, okay. I might have
you
to
got
get
a little carpal tunnel, you got a little tendonitis, you got a little stuff going on because of the miles, or if you got a little stuff going on because you played a sport or you sit behind a desk at a computer. Dear friend of ours that owns Boyd's Racetrack, we just gave him some. He had back surgery about 6 months ago, and he's moving a little slow. And I said, "Does that hurt?" He said, "Mm-hmm." So I said, take some of this, put it on, use it right on that spot topically.
Yeah.
And in 3 days, you call me and let me know. So we're 1 day into that. I'm looking forward to Emerson calling me and saying, this stuff is amazing, because it is.
Where can people get the CBOD oil?
Brian has if you look up John Schneider, CBOD, you'll find it.
JohnSchneiderCBOD.com. Yeah.
There you go. JohnSchneiderCBOD.com.
I'm going to have to, my mother has glaucoma and also has cataracts, and I might have to get her some of that too. I wonder if that would relieve.
Oh, my mother drove a Chevy.
Really? Oh, no. Cadillacs. Yeah. Cataracts. Sorry, I didn't get. Yeah, it was right over the head, dude. You just took that General Lee right over my head.
That's in another movie we did. Yeah, to show you. Yep.
I gotta ask you this, because you love to sing. You're a great singer. I love doing karaoke. What are your thoughts on karaoke? And if you like it, what's your go-to karaoke song?
I love watching people or listening to people do karaoke, because I get the impression that by day they are like,
yeah, right.
And then when they get that microphone, they're just going for it.
Right.
But me, myself, I've only done it a couple of times.
Right.
And when I do, I don't karaoke a lot, but when I do, I default to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh.
And when I die and when I'm gone, there'll be one child born in this world to carry on. David Clayton Thomas. That's who I.
I like that.
That's who I.
See, that's a good one, because that's not a song people will hear all the time, and you could probably do it very well. That's the karaoke I like. The little hidden gems that people forget they like until they hear them again. Yeah.
It's when people start trying to sing "We Built This City" on rock and roll, they just know.
No, yeah, it's time to leave.
Or anything by Styx.
Really?
Or Boston. Please stay away from Boston.
Oh, yeah, that one's been done many, many times. I like to
but still, I mean, there's nobody, and I've been doing this a long time. I don't know how that man, and forgive me, I don't know his name, how he hit those notes in the end of More Than a Feeling, just still blows me away.
Oh, that's impossible to recreate unless you're that guy. So why even attempt that song?
I don't even know if that guy could recreate it. That might have been something that happened.
Right.
Like you hit magic. You're doing your stand up, and you're just firing on all 12 cylinders. and then you try to do that again. It's like,
yeah. It's like lightning in a bottle, man. I like doing Georgia Satellite's "Keep Your Hands to Yourself."
Oh, we did. We got a song on the Stand On It album called "Bow Chicka Wow Wow."
Okay.
So the second verse is. So I walked in that club, I was looking all GQ. They played no huggy, no kissy. That's when I started to groove.
Oh, yeah.
And that wasn't the lyric. It was something else in there. And I said, oh, no. It's, we got to go with Georgia Satellites. It's got to be that.
Oh, man.
So we did our tribute to the Georgia Satellites right in there.
Nice. Dude.
Don't feed me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.
I cannot wait for you. Look, I'm serious. If you ever need me for anything, all right, let me know. I will come down there. I will be in any film you want. I like what you got going on.
Would it be insulting to ask you to come and do the "Is That Thing Got a Hemi in It"?
Not at all. I do it on stage every weekend anyway. Might as well come down there and do it with you guys, right?
That's like me saying I don't like orange.
Yeah, right.
Wait.
Yeah. Or Jimmy Walker saying he doesn't like dynamite. Oh, there you go.
Well, I think he has said that.
Yeah,
this is a foam roller. It's a foam roller.
Right. It's,
very important part of P90X2.
Oh, I've been doing Diamond Dallas Page. DDPY.
He's a dear friend. He's fantastic. Yeah, he has a great. Folks, if you need to change your life forever, and the word yoga does not turn you off.
Right.
Even if it does, give DDP yoga a try. Do it one time.
Oh.
And I promise you will be hooked. Your life will change forever. Watch the videos of people who could not walk, who now can run.
Yeah.
Because of Diamond Dallas Page.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, man. He's going to love that. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. Anytime. Give me a call anytime. Have you watched Stand On It yet? I want you to watch it.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on my to-do list. I've seen the trailer.
Okay.
I'm already hooked, and I'm going to be on it.
You can watch it on Vimeo. Or Vimeo. My Vimeo channel is called Cineflix DOD.
Okay.
That's CINEFLIXDOD.com. I just enhanced the sound and dropped it to $8.99. You can watch it anytime you want.
Oh, nice. Very good. All right.
And put a comment down there.
Yeah, let's get everyone.
Okay.
Let's blow this thing up so it gets so big that Hollywood gets jealous that John Schneider has created his own new sort of a car-loving uprising of films again.
Right.
Yes.
Right, but not jealous, so they'll call me because I will not answer.
Right. No, but still, let's make them jealous and ignore their phone call.
Let's make them go. Damn it! I missed that. It was right there in front of my face.
That's right.
But. So there you go, Hollywood.
Yeah, take that. And,
fuck her up, Hollywood, and kiss my grits.
Yes. Oh, classic. I love it. Thank you, John Schneider.
You take care, my friend.
I appreciate you, buddy. How about that guy, Bo Duke? Yeah, like you said, you want to be in his movie. Just go to his website. I believe we put it up there on the at the bottom of the screen, and you could be in one of his movies. In fact, if you're in the Hickory area, he will be at the Newton Performing Arts Center singing and whatnot.
My town. He comes to my town.
He's going to be in your neck of the woods.
We're going to have a problem.
March the 20th.
Oh,
yeah.
Come out.
I won't be here. I'll be in Chattanooga, but you should go as a representative.
I shall.
Of the Countryish Podcast
show.
What about these guys, Elliot or Isaiah? Are you yawning?
Mm-hmm.
You don't yawn while you're at work. That is disrespectful. You at least try to hide that stuff. You looked right at me and yawned in my face.
He's bored.
Apparently. I got to give him something else to do. Why don't you read a comment or an iTunes review or something? Wake up. How old are you?
What did you say? I was napping a little bit too.
You have my full permission to nudge this kid anytime you see him nodding off, okay?
All right.
You can poke him. All right? Yeah.
I'll do it.
That was weird. Comments?
Yes.
Reviews?
Somebody said that they have a groundhog in their freezer. So speaking of Groundhog Day.
Wow.
Is that what somebody said?
Yeah, they have a groundhog in their freezer.
Did this person
So
have a
apparently
name?
some people think groundhog is good eating, but...
Yeah, apparently.
Have you ever had groundhog? Speaking.
I may have, actually. Yeah, I did a TV
show.
pilot called Redneck Road Trip.
Yeah.
Or it could have been Hillbilly Handbook. They changed it. I forgot which one it was.
No, it was grilling and killing.
Oh, killing and grilling was alligator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this other show, we did a segment on burgoo, and
Okay,
burgoo is like roadkill stew.
Yeah.
It's whatever
Yeah,
they
I saw
find that
this.
day. They throw it in a pot and they eat it.
Yeah.
Were you in Kentucky when you had that?
I believe so. Yes.
Because that's a Kentucky thing.
Well, there you go. Is
a
this
dish.
person who left the comment from Kentucky?
I have no clue.
Do you know their name?
I just know that burgoo is a Kentucky thing because I have some cousins that live up in Kentucky.
That's great. What about the person who left the comment? You done scroll past
Yeah.
it. That's done. It's over with. All right. What about the iTunes review? Did you jot that down or?
Yeah, I jotted it down.
All right, why don't you read that and then we can move on with the show, please.
So S. Thibert, and I probably butchered that, gave us 5 stars, and she said, good time for all. She said, found this podcast through Heffron and Reep. Glad I did.
What? Oh, no.
Jon Reep and friends put on an entertaining show to distract you from the troubles of your day. Mm-hmm. With regular segments like How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check and Small Town News. These guys are a fun break from the everyday. Check them out for good laughs. Stacy.
Oh, thank you, Stacy, for the review. Don't forget, if you want us to read your name, or if you want Isaiah to attempt to read your name.
Yeah, because I butchered that.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling.
So the S part we now know is Stacy. Yeah. So then we're going to move on to that last name, which is...
Thibert?
I would have said Thibert too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Elliot, how would you pronounce that last name?
Tyberg, maybe?
The H is silent.
Perhaps. Yes.
Maybe it's French. Maybe it's Tibert.
Could be. I'm curious about Stacy's mom.
I heard she's got it going on.
I did too.
You beat me to the punch. I was going to say that.
That's why we're
like
in here.
It was even a race.
When you're going, we're already coming back.
The punch. All right, look, I think it's time to move on for our final segment. Dare I say the anchor of the show. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that are going on in the news that are negative and sad. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff about pandemics and politics, and we try to stay away from that. We like the happy-go-lucky. Thank you, the Alan Jackson. Tell us what it's about, Justin Clyde.
We're just small-town dudes with small-town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right, I got a good one for you today, Sebastian.
I look forward to it. What's the headline?
Oh, check this out. A grizzly bear chased a skier down a mountain, and one horrified onlooker captured the video from a ski lift.
Oh.
And we're going to look at the video here in a second. This happened in Transylvania, Romania. You ever been to Transylvania, Romania?
I've heard a lot about Transylvania, Romania.
Yeah, there's at least one famous person I know from Transylvania. Also with fangs. Like
not Yogi
grizzly
the bear.
It's not Yogi the bear. But he does have fangs. And he's thirsty for blood. You know what I'm talking about. People watched in horror as an unexpected skier on the slopes and a large brown bear in hot pursuit of a skier during one of the world's scariest downhill events. What do you think? You want to look at the video? Let me show you a little bit of this video right here. Yeah, I like how he said hot pursuit. You know, doesn't Sheriff Buford T. Justice say hot pursuit? Yep. Check out this video right here. The Alan Jackson, go ahead and play it, and I'll talk over it a little bit. Now, here you see, so look at the bear. The bear's behind him. The skier is just kind of like going back and forth, nonchalantly. I don't even think the skier knows the bear is back there yet. There's no audio on this video, but there are people screaming at this guy. And I think he's oblivious. You know, maybe he can't hear. Maybe his toboggan's on too tight. But this bear is running straight at him, and he's going back and forth. And I was getting nervous for this dude.
He's catching up.
Look, he does. He gets closer. And I was thinking if the bear just sort of flipped over and slid on his back, he might have a better chance of catching the skier. But, yeah, how crazy is that? You ever been chased by a bear?
I've never been chased by a bear. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you ever get chased by a bear, if you're with someone else.
Yeah.
As long as you're faster than the other person, you're fine.
What do you mean?
Like if me and you,
yeah, because then
if me and you got chased by a bear,
yeah,
then I wouldn't be worried.
If me and you got chased by a bear.
Yeah. I feel like I could outrun you.
Maybe so, but I feel like you're bigger. And as a sprinter, I might be quicker. Long distance, you might catch me. But if we're going 10 yards, I got you.
Do you think?
If we're going 50 yards,
We may have to
get
do a 40 out here.
When's the last time you sprinted?
I've sprinted a lot. I bet you I've sprinted. I do hip scotch and hopscotch and
wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me continue reading this story for you. They said the bear was in hot pursuit. And I love that. I love it anytime someone says hot pursuit. It makes me think of Buford T. Justice. You know, maybe the skier was wearing a cowboy hat or driving a Trans Am. By the way, I would tell you to watch this because they also said it was a scary downhill event, which made me think, well, that sounds like the Olympics, and this would be a great Olympic event.
Chased by a bear.
Wouldn't you rather watch the downhill ski slalom if a bear just randomly came out of the woods? It'd be the ski would be over with quick. I would tune in for that.
We need to pitch that idea to the Olympics.
Right. We need to pitch it not just for skiing, but other events too.
Yeah, well, like during the Summer Olympics when they do swimming, like we could get them chased by a shark.
Yeah, not just bears. I like it. Sharks, bears, all of it. You know, but if we're going bears, then I think maybe curling. You ever seen curling? It's boring.
Curling? What? Oh my God! What's that?
I've seen curling.
You don't know what curling is?
Sophisticated.
Oh, ice shaving?
Oh my gosh! Now he's just messing with me. Or how about the luge?
Oh, bear on a luge?
What? The luge.
All right, Alan, can you mute his microphone? Skiers in the chairlift above, they said they tried to whistle and shout to distract the bear, but the animal wasn't falling for it. Instead, the bear made a beeline for the skier, and that's what we just saw. You can see he was going straight. But what really confuses me is the term beeline.
Yeah.
They always said, like, that's a beeline's, you know, if you're trying to get straight to something. But I've seen bees. They buzz around like this. They're doing figure eights, and that's not a straight line.
Be more like a
How is that like a straight? How's that faster? You know what I mean?
That's a zigzag. That's what you do when you run from an alligator. You
Right,
zigzag.
right. Yeah. If you're running from an alligator, you might want to ski that way.
Would it be faster as a crow flies?
Well, I don't know about that. See, that's another term I don't
what's
understand.
faster?
Yeah, what is faster? Leave it in the comment section. Is it faster as the crow flies or a beeline? Let me ask Elliot. Elliot's full of knowledge. What does this mean? The crows as fast as the crow flies or as the crow flies?
Yeah.
Well, it's not meant to indicate speed. It's a nautical term. You know, in the ships, like the pirates, they would be up in the crow's nest.
Ooh. Because
sometimes they would be transporting cages full of crows.
So it's more about direction
Exactly.
than speed. Okay. Well, if the direction is south, as in downhill, then you might want to go as the crow flies. If the direction is backwards uphill where the bear is, maybe a beeline is what you want. And it says people were screaming at the we didn't hear it, but they said that there were people in the ski lift screaming at the skier like, "Hey!" Trying to stop him. But that could be confusing too, because if you're skiing, right, like I said, you can't really hear that great. But if you saw people in a chairlift doing this, trying to wave at you, I'd probably stop and go, "Yeah, what's up?" And then the bear has time to get me. So
Maybe the bear run past you.
Maybe the bear keep going. Maybe the bear don't like things that stand still. Maybe the bear like a challenge.
Yeah.
But that would suck. You're like, what? A bear? I don't want a beer. A bear?
A beer or bear, yeah.
A bear is bear. What? Yeah.
I just stopped for a beer and probably got killed by a bear.
In the video, you can see the skier just nonchalantly skiing back and forth, as we just saw. The bear is running in a straight line. And everybody knows, you brought this up, you don't run from a bear in a zigzag pattern. That's for alligators.
That's only alligators.
Right. Yeah, if you run in a zigzag pattern, you're going to get eaten like a zag nut. That's what bears do. Serpentine equals supper time for a bear. Did you know that bears can run up to 35 miles an hour?
I've heard this.
Yeah. And do you know how what the average speed of a human is?
18?
28.
No.
Not average, but maybe top speed. I looked it up, 28. But still, that's less than 35. So
You're
eventually
gonna
the
get
bear would catch. Yeah,
the bear's going to catch you.
Would catch one of us. We haven't determined who's the slowest one yet. But yeah, the skier came up with a plan on the fly. Now, this is what we didn't see in this video. The skier survived. And he came up with a plan on the fly. He did a pretty cool move, which is a really safe one when you want to get away from a bear. He took off his backpack, and the bear stopped chasing the skier and went for the bag and likely searched for food. So the skier's safe, and he's okay. Now, I've been skiing many times. You've been skiing. I think we've been skiing together.
I'm
Back
not
in the
great
day.
at it.
No, you're a tall guy.
Too tall to ski. It's a long way down for me.
Quickest way for you is just to lay down.
Yes.
And just go straight, right?
Yeah.
But I've been skiing lots, and not once have I had the need for a backpack.
No, I've never had a
What
backpack.
do you need a backpack for? I mean, look,
First
there's a
aid?
chairlift. You're going up and down. It's not like you're out in the wilderness and no one's ever going to find you again. There's people there. What do you need, a bag of beanie weenies? What's in the bag? Uh-oh. Elliot's got his hand up. Let's go, Elliot. What's up?
Well, you need to remember he's in Transylvania, so he's going to have his crucifix, his silver bullets,
Garlic.
holy water.
Don't forget
Garlic.
Garlic, there you go.
Yeah.
Holy water, you said?
Holy water. It's frozen holy water. Does holy water freeze? Or is it like alcohol? It don't freeze.
Maybe, right. It doesn't freeze.
Holy water doesn't freeze.
But no, it will freeze, but it never boils.
Oh.
That's hell water. Hell water has a higher
temperature
boiling point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then holy water can freeze quicker.
Yeah.
Making up these as we go along. But yeah, I don't understand the backpack, right? Have you guys ever been skiing? Oh my gosh. I know the Alan
Not
Jackson's
with Dora
been
the Explorer.
skiing.
I've not
the
been.
Alan Jackson, you've been skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever wear a backpack?
No, never wore a backpack skiing.
Yeah. So look, maybe that's why he had the backpack, in case of a bear attack.
Now we should
So
start
this dude,
preparing.
maybe in the backpack it's nothing but salmon. You know what I mean? And he goes, well, that's how I get rid of the bear.
Winnie the Pooh's honey pot was in the backpack.
Witnesses said the bear hightailed it into the woods when the police showed up on snowmobiles.
Oh,
well,
when
of
the
course.
cops showed up.
Right. Brown bears hate the cops, dude. We all
Brown
know
bear,
this.
brown bear, what do you see?
This would be a different story if we're talking about a polar bear. Or as they call it, the white privilege bear. White privilege bear gets to ski for free. Gets in Super Bowl commercials with Coca-Cola.
True.
See what happens to brown bear.
Brown bear run off.
Did you know this about what's the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear?
Ooh.
I'm asking you.
Oh.
What's the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear?
A brown bear.
I mean, I've got the answer.
It's twice as large as a grizzly bear. First of all.
Okay. Well, you're giving me the facts.
I'm giving you the facts.
Okay.
Brown bear can actually run faster than a grizzly bear.
You might be right.
Yeah.
I forgot to look it up.
And a brown bear is more popular than a grizzly bear because it sees. What do you see looking at me? Brown bear, brown bear.
What is it?
do
Is this
you
a
see?
kid's?
You don't know this
No,
song?
I don't know what you're referring to.
All the moms comment. You know what I'm talking about.
Amar's shaking his head. He
right?
knows.
Brown bear, what do you see? I see Jon Reep looking at me.
I'm not familiar with this.
All right.
Isaiah, do you know this?
I have no clue what Sean's talking about.
Well, yeah.
You'll research this.
Well, thank you for letting me know that. I did not know that. But according to
Wikipedia,
the internets, all grizzly bears are brown bears. But not all brown bears are grizzly bears. Does that make sense so far? Okay. So you can be a grizzly bear. If you're a grizzly bear, you're a brown bear. Okay? But if you're a brown bear, you're not necessarily a grizzly bear. You could be.
You could be a grizzly bear, but you're not necessarily.
In North America, brown bears are generally considered to be those of the species that have a coastal food resource like salmon. But grizzly bears live further inland and typically do not have access to marine-derived food resources.
So they're not in as good shape.
So it's really about like coast. Where you at? Are you in the middle of the land, or are you close to the water? If you're close to the water, you're a brown bear. If you're not close to the water, you're a grizzly bear.
But you like,
according to this, but I think
you
like your
like
research
salmon
better.
and skiers is what you're saying for dinner. Salmon and skiers.
I don't know what salmon is.
Salmon.
I know what salmon is.
Yeah. I
know you're doing it on purpose. I've seen you do it before. And the first time you did it, I didn't know you were joking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I mean, I thought we was them country-ish. Salmon.
You got them salmon patties and what's this here? Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah,
that's
what my
hors
mama.
d'oeuvres.
That's what my mother fed me.
Romania is home to some 6,000 brown bears. Did you know that?
But not necessarily grizzly bears.
Not necessarily. But if they're a brown bear, they might not be. Yeah, that's correct. What you said. One of the world's largest populations one of the largest populations in Europe is Romania, with all like 6,000 brown bears. And encounters with humans have become more and more common in recent years, including some deadly consequences. So they're looking at ways to, most likely, the bear will be relocated. Not killed, but. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
We don't get that in Appalachian mountains. We don't get grizzly bears come running out of the woods at Hawk's Nest, or Sugar Mountain or Ski Beach.
Not too many. But you see some. You see a few little
but
black
not
bears.
Come running out on the damn thing like that.
No, they're not chasing you.
No. Well, I think most commonly we have black bears.
Black bears.
Yeah.
No, we can outrun a black bear.
You sure?
Well, you seem to be faster than the redneck.
Well, let me ask you this: if we're going to put bears in the Olympics now,
yep,
do we switch it up? Like, okay, if we're going the luge, well, it's obviously going to be a black bear because they're smaller and they can get in that little that U-shaped tube easier to chase.
I know where you're going with
the
that.
Two-man luge.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah. But if we're out in the open like this, well, obviously we're going brown bear.
Yeah.
Actually, I think a panda bear would suit this better. Right? Because it's white and black. It's like ebony and
diverse.
ivory coming. It's diverse. Why can't we all get along like a panda bear? That's what I want the takeaway for this to be.
Be like a panda.
Be like a panda. Eat bamboo and roll around in the snow and have a good time. And if you go to Transylvania, it ain't just a vampire that you got to worry about biting into your neck. Watch out for them grizzlies behind you.
I thought it was the werewolves. Just now it's the bears.
It's not. Oh, wait a minute. You talking about werewolves too in Transylvania?
We got the vampires and werewolves and.
Wait, where's werewolves from?
I don't know, but they're on.
But I bet you there's some in Transylvania.
It's got to be there.
Yeah, dude. I at one point I wanted to go to Romania because I've heard. Like my buddy Scott Dunlap went there and he said it's awesome. People love the party and they have a good time.
Yep.
But no, I don't know with the werewolves and vampires and grizzly bears. No, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the town might be small, but the news is huge. All righty then. Any questions? Any comments, Isaiah or Elliot, before we wrap this puppy up?
Nope.
Okay.
What a good climax.
No, that's great. I'm happy that you guys at home were watching this. And thank you for all the shares. We noticed that we got up to like 34 people sharing. Sharing is caring, and that's what's going to get this podcast monetized eventually. Until then, we're not monetized. We are listener supported. And if you were to go to countryish.com, you would see that we have a Patreon support button. It's just called support. You click on support, and you can be a supporter of this podcast. You get perks like merchandise and shout-outs, and there's different levels that you can join. Rhinestone, Pewter Pro, Executive Platinum, and all of the stuff. Platinum Elite. So get on the Patreon page and get extra perks. You could even be a guest on the show. Did you know that? Like on the show. Like you could interview you as if you were John Schneider.
Wow.
If the price is right. Until then, go to JonReep.com. Check out my tour dates. I'm going to be in Naples, Florida this weekend. After that, I will be in Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone. Then I will be in Memphis, Tennessee. One night only, Memphis, Tennessee, Lafayette's Music Room. And then from there, Fort Worth, Texas, Haynes Comedy Club, February 25, 26, 27. I'm also doing cameos. That's personalized video messages. You go to cameo.com.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day's coming up, and maybe you want me to tell your girl that you want to marry her or something like that. I could do that for you.
So
I could be the icebreaker. Have me do it. Go to cameo.com/Jon Reep. Ginger Beard Man still on Amazon Prime. Ginger Payne still on YouTube. For Elliot the Intern. For Isaiah the Intern. For Amar. For the Alan Jackson. For Sebastian. My name is Jon Reep. Bicycle!
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. My town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on,
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.